There's so much content in Disney Dreamlight Valley and so much still to come. Since we don't yet have another roadmap telling us what's next to arrive, the community's been theorizing, one of my favorite things to do. It seems that a lot of the speculation lately is that Belle will be the next character we get. And don't get me wrong, the theories are all super sound. First of all, how could we forget that she's front and center on the Dreamlight Valley game art? In fact, she's the last character shown on the art that we haven't welcomed into the game yet. I know many people, including myself I must say, were a bit disappointed upon initially opening the game to find that we couldn't immediately befriend Belle and integrate her into life in the valley. Additionally, if we look at how long we have left in the current star path, it seems like we might be in for new content right as we're moving into Valentine's Day. The perfect time to introduce an iconic romantic pairing like Belle and the Beast, especially one that already has a tie to roses. And even though the anniversary was technically last year, there was just a 30th anniversary celebration of Beauty and the Beast that aired on December 15th. So admittedly, it does look like all signs point to Belle, but hear me out. Despite all these things, I think there's a strong possibility that we're not getting Belle next, and here's why. Reason number one is the pattern. Even though we're still early into the release of both early access and content updates for the game, it does seem that Gameloft is establishing a pattern. That being, story/gameplay update, followed by realm/character update. The first update we received in the game was Scar in October. Even though we did get one character in the game, being Scar, the focus of the update was the new additions it brought to the game. Mainly, minor spoiler here I guess, the restoring of the Sunlit Pillar and the introduction of the Vitalis Mines. Then we received the Missions in Uncharted Space update, which gave us the Toy Story realm with Woody and Buzz, plus a bonus character, Stitch. Based on that pattern, we would expect to fix another pillar in the next update. Currently, our last remaining pillars are the Frosted Heights pillar, the Forgotten Lands pillar, and that last weird extra one on the beach. And even though I feel like Belle should have a very important role in the valley, just my bias, I don't see much of a connection between her and any of the remaining pillars. Whereas I could definitely see us opening up a realm and finding ourselves in Prince Adam's castle. Maybe in the kitchen? I wouldn't mind a rendition of Be Our Guest, that's all I'm saying. Granted, you can't really tell a true pattern from only 2 updates, but if the trend continues, I think we'd get a solo character to fix a pillar next, and maybe Belle and Beast as the following character update. Reason 2 is the game credits. Now the credits of the game are very, very long, but I sat through them because I wanted to see if we got a list of voice actors in the game. And we did. Only one problem. The characters weren't listed beside them. But that's okay, because I actually had a great time looking up each of these voice talents and researching their past works to try and figure out who was who. Obviously, we see actors listed for all the characters we have in-game, but we also have a couple extras here that are currently unaccounted for. The fact that they're listed in the credits makes me think that they've probably already recorded all of their voice lines, and the characters are going to be coming very soon. And while there are 4 of these actors listed who aren't characters currently in-game, none of them are tied to Belle or Beast. We're about to talk about one of them when I go over who I think our next villager will be. But if you're interested in a video about confirmed characters coming to Dreamlight Valley and a look into these actors in the credits whose characters I think are probably next to arrive in the valley, let me know in the comments below. In fact, if you're enjoying the video, please go ahead and give it a like because it helps the channel out so much, and subscribe if you too love Dreamlight Valley because it's kinda my thing. I make videos about it and stream it right here on my YouTube channel and would love to have you join the community. So if Belle's not coming next, then who is? Well, looking at the pillars we have left, we have the Frosted Heights pillar, the Forgotten Lands pillar, and the extra pillar on the beach. Honestly, I have no idea what's up with the extra Dazzle Beach pillar. Maybe it will be a Skull Rock thing? Maybe an Atlantis thing? Part of me thinks it will be the last one we unlock though. If you have any ideas, let me know. But I think the next pillar we'll unlock will be in Frosted Heights. The biome is cheaper to unlock than the Forgotten Lands, so I think the Forgotten Lands is more endgame content, and we're moving into winter, so what better time to restore our snowy biome? It's also the pillar shown on the Missions in Uncharted Space update art, so maybe that was an Easter egg that this is what's coming next. And who out there could possibly be responsible for helping us heal the Frosted Pillar, except for Olaf? That's right, I think we're getting Olaf next. We know he's confirmed because we've seen him in trailers. We're moving into winter, which is the perfect time for a snowman. As an inherently magical being, I feel like he's definitely suited to help us with the pillar. And remember when I talked about the game credits? There's one actor listed who doesn't don't seem to have worked with Disney before, but I found his reels for voice acting, and he has a couple character voices that sound pretty similar to Olaf. Additionally, some sources seem to suggest that he is indeed voicing Olaf in Dreamlight Valley, though I tend to take these with a grain of salt unless they're confirmed. And even though Josh Gad played Olaf in Kingdom Hearts, and some people think he'll reprise the role here, none of the original actors from Frozen have come back for Dreamlight Valley, so I don't think Josh Gad will be any different. So there it is. Do I think that Belle will be our next character? While the evidence is compelling, I'm still torn. I won't be surprised if we do, but I do think that Olaf would also make a lot of sense. So who do you think is next up in the valley? Belle, Olaf, or someone else entirely? Half of the fun of Dreamlight Valley, in my opinion, is the excitement and speculation over new content and characters. Disney is a huge brand with hundreds of IPs that all technically stand a chance of being introduced to the valley at some point or another. And even if we limit it to classic Disney and Pixar animated films, which the devs have said they're prioritizing, that still leaves us with so many characters potentially to come. I can't wait to see your theories in the comments.